What's up, YouTube? Wraithyn here. I am back. We're going to do something a little different today. I missed the patch notes show today. Usually I literally schedule time off in my day and block it out in my calendar and everything like that to watch the patch notes every 2 weeks. I do work a day job because I am not a full-time content creator yet. And so I didn't actually get to see this. So we're going to do something a little bit different today. We're going to do a blind react to the new tier 5 Chaac skin. I can see the artwork in the background. I haven't seen anything in game yet. And so we're going to go in, we're going to listen to them talk about it, and I'll check the skin out for the first time. I have not seen anything in game of it. I have not seen the abilities. I've not seen the in-game model. So I'm here live on my Twitch checking it out. These guys said I had to watch it. It's the best skin in Smite ever. So we're gonna check it out, make a little quick YouTube video out of it. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, do more stuff like this. Yeah, if you guys want to come hang out with us live every night on my Twitch channel, 7 o'clock Eastern, twitch.tv/Wraithyn. Links are below. All right, here we go. Let's do this.
Yeah, this one I put a lot of
this guy's
time
a terrible
and love
microphone
into, as well as all of the departments that were involved in helping make this come into fruition. But yeah,
okay,
the
okay.
idea is that Chaac is this priest who's representing these forgotten gods, and he's the last one, and he has been bestowed upon him this magic relic.
So, first of all, just before we get started, I already love the theme that they have with this, right? It's not mecha or dragons or fantasy or demon like they've done with every freaking tier 5 skin so far. Like, I feel like they picked these like ultra generic themes. I think Kukulkan was probably the only really good divergence from that. Even the Hell is like this high fantasy, you know, Final Fantasy 14 NPC, right? Or boss fight character. Like, the execution on it was great, but it's just like the themes were all just so like narrowly boxed in. And I already could tell you without seeing anything else about this skin that I love the art direction, and I love the fact that they're changing the way they're thinking about thematically doing this game. I think, you know, the angelic thing, the Archon thing is overplayed. It looks cool, but it's overplayed. Same with everything else. So we'll keep going here. I'll keep my mouth shut for a bit, but I'll have some more commentary as we go. I love this this first form here.
And this magic relic allows him to channel each of these gods that have been forgotten into him, so he becomes their vessel. And instead of kind of just giving people like 3 skins that, you know, kind of had some kind of connection, I really wanted to really tie them together with some other stuff, including that artifact. I think it adds a lot more to it, not just in...
That's sick. This is anybody getting vibes of this from like oh god, what is it? Like the Garuda woman from Legend of Zelda. Anyway, that's what that reminds me of, like, absolutely instantly. Is like that floating Garuda style.
Storytelling, but just into all the action and things that are going on. 3 gods represent different aspects of humanity. So you had their optimism, and this one is passion, and you also have rage. And so he transforms through his ult into all of these different
aspects, that's so sick.
Through his artifact.
This,
well said, Sven.
Just, yeah, awesome. And I can't wait till we go in game to show this off, because one thing that I saw when we kind of teased the skin on social media, everybody was like, wait, this is all for one god? Everything looks so different, and it's crazy, and all the ideas and all the elements of the different aspects of humanity and the...
So that's a good point. I'll stop interrupting here in a second, but that's a really good point that Isaiah's making. Anytime you see the bones of a character change, right, where they turn female, right? Gender bent skins in Smite are only really cost efficient if the character's floating, right? Think like Thanatos, or even Amaterasu would make a good one, because, you know, the way that they animate the way that men and women move in the game is very, very different. So if you just slapped a male skin on a female character, it would look really wonky, like really wonky. So the fact that they went from walking to floating to a 4-legged spider dude, the amount of work and crazy programming and everything else that went into this is insane. This is already like tier 5 plus level of effort just by the fact of how much they're changing the model from one to the next. If you think about like the Kukulkan tier 5, it's the same bones just with different frills. This is totally different.
Details in the armor. So I can't wait to go in game, but let's take a quick listen to the voice back before we do.
Only as one can we turn back the tide of this great darkness.
It sounds like Raw. No, Thoth.
Nice, and I believe we're getting prepared here. There we go. So we've got the first form here. So Spin, so which aspect of humanity is this form, and kind of what are some of the themes that you took in the visual design to kind of portray that?
So this is Optimism. He is obviously like joy, upbeat, very positive energy. He's radiant. He's shiny. There's a lot of bright colors. A lot of even radiant design aspects to him in the shapes, in the shape language. Kind of went with an Art Deco kind of vibe with him. Yeah,
I love the way he spins the axe.
Make him be a little bit closer to just Chaac on the ground and things like that, because we wanted to explore some other things with the other forms that would differentiate them a lot more. But he's just a lot of positive energy, and doesn't necessarily mean he's a nice guy either. He's pretty wicked.
So I like the. This reminds me of like the.
We have a kind of transforming element or
the solar mages.
Element. So how is this skin going
Destiny?
To forms?
He switches forms through his ult.
What?
Yeah, you can see right there the artifact also it animates, it switches faces up to each of the gods. So when it changes to the next god form, that's when.
Oh, the thing on his back changes? It like rearranges itself to switch to the faces.
So talk to me a little bit about
so
which
sick.
kind of aspect humanity this god is portraying.
This one is passion, and so this is one of the things that we changed. Is Chaac is now actually floating a little bit more. The silhouette's changed, so it's a lot more lightweight, a lot more flowy. Passion, it has a lot of vibrant colors. Obviously, very just passionate and deadly too. Used a lot of like flowing lines of kind of Art Nouveau jewelry is what I kind of threw upon.
Oh, that's such a sick animation.
So all three of the characters have unique themes. You know,
the first one was like Optimism.
As Sven's even mentioned subtle changes in art style, Art Deco versus Nouveau, as well as completely different anim sets. We had been paying very close attention to previous feedbacks on tier 5s. We wanted to make sure that this tier 5, the different forms felt really different. So you have the Optimism form. It's a little bit more of the traditional Chaac, but with a lot of new animations. Then you have the Passion form, which is a floating feminine character, which is just a huge deviation, right, from Chaac. And then, of course, we're about to transition to the final form, the Rage form, which has a quadrupedal feature.
I'm looking forward to this one.
All of them have tons of new animations across the entire kits. You also even there briefly see kind of the ghost of the priest character, like the hidden secret fourth character that is essentially what in the story is channeling this artifact to become the forms of the forgotten gods.
If you think I'm not playing full movement speed Spider Chaac the second that this skin comes out, you are dead wrong. Full movement speed, full attack speed, Spider Chaac. And I'm going to go around the jungle saying Spider Chaac the entire game. The whole game. I don't care if we win or we lose. That's going to happen. It's going to be Arachne Shock. So the one thing I want to point out is if you look on this artifact that is back, they talked about it really briefly, and I don't know why they didn't highlight it more, but this artifact has 3 like kind of sides to it, right? And each side represents another third of a face. And so when he transforms, this thing rearranges itself into another face of a different like part of the character. It's so sick.
Yeah, that's one thing that I actually wanted to. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, see it turn and twist, and
there we go. Pawn hitting us with the slow mo.
See how the face on his back is different every time? It turns into the purple one. That's so sick.
Definitely
It's the
wasn't
little
by
details
Star
like that
Wars.
that you just would never
Yeah,
think
no.
of.
So many features to this skin. There's even some more
I
that we'll
know.
talk about later towards the end.
It's awesome.
there's more features?
I don't think we went through all the
You got more
abilities in the
features?
rage form, and we didn't really talk about some of the inspirations there.
So yeah, Rage. We wanted him to be kind of creepy and twisted. Obviously, he's full of rage.
I love the fire effects on this.
I think it was AJ's idea actually to kind of.
Oh, if you're in it, you get lit on fire. That's so
I
sick.
really loved. It made him feel kind of tanky and aggressive. But he's dark. You got all the dark colors. That burning rage within is coming out and it's glowing all around him.
Oh, that's so cool.
He unleashes that on his foes. I really love how this guy turned out. They all turned out wonderful.
Don't spoil it.
This guy's really awesome.
Yeah, this one turned out great, and I think my favorite thing is the fact that each form just looks so unique, while also kind of keeping everything kind of uniform and in line. One thing, we've got the VXG that we want to show off here. We've got the for the T5.
All right, so one thing, just real quick, I'm backing up like 2 seconds if I can. I don't think I can.
You'll be able to switch
what I really
forms
like,
either by ulting, or you can use the VXG to switch forms.
hold on, I'll see if I can highlight it here.
For the VXG, so we definitely want to show that off.
So check this out. So they managed to incorporate, and I can't slide back far enough to see it, but they actually managed to incorporate the yellow CC immunity of the god into the art style of the ultimate change, right? So normally you have these tier 5s which have these CC immune ults, and basically you take all of this detail and all of this animation wind up and build up, and you turn it into a big yellow ball of Play-Doh, right? And you can see when you're VXGing here and changing stances that you're not CC immune. So it's like really hard to figure out, like, or it's not really hard to figure out, but you get like kind of 2 versions of this, right? But when he's ulting, right, they took that yellow aesthetic of being CC immune and made it part of the actual kit. So you see this glowing priest, and it makes sense in the context of the actual skin itself, which I think is just such a cool detail that's going to go so understated, but it's really like such a credit to the way these guys are making these skins these days. So we'll let them finish, and I promise I'll stop interrupting.
So you've got the relic here, and the kind of last worshiper of this forgotten mythology, just kind of choosing what.
Oh, you see the artifact switch and change? Oh, that is so
super
sick.
Awesome. And this is the tier 5 for Talons of Tyranny. Lots of work, lots of awesome animation.
Bonus feature,
new
Isaiah.
emotes.
Bonus feature?
Bonus feature still.
Oh, what bonus feature?
Axes. The axes of all 3 characters have a kill and assist counter, and they gain elements if you get enough kills and assists. So
I did not know about
like
that.
once you
That's
hit
dope.
5 kills plus assists on any form,
It's probably
all
$100.
3 forms will have an added element to the axe, and another one and another one. There's 3 stages, I think, that the axes get more elaborate and add things to them, and then you can change forms and walk around with like a big flaming axe to show that you've been killing people all game.
No way.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so
It
much.
also comes
everyone.
with a recall skin and I'm blanking on the other thing. It comes with another thing.
Are they going to show the axes?
But at the time you
Yeah,
unlock
it's kind
it,
of like
you'll
the
see those
final
as well.
reward bundle, right?
Show the
It's
axes!
part of the final reward bundle too.
Show me the axes!
Yeah.
But yeah, the animation team went all out. Those are obviously like 3 completely different characters. So most of the forms are completely reanimated, have all new
emotes
animations
for each form.
Yep. All of the emotes, all of the waves and claps, all of the abilities are all completely new and custom animations just for this tier 5 Chaac. And had a great time working with Sven on coming up with this. I think it would turn out really great. You know,
All right, but are they going to show the axes?
Really strong differentiation between the 3 forms, and Sven was working on the theme and the background and the details, and they really came together beautifully.
Yeah, got to give a huge shout out to the audio team, who I know worked really closely with you all on trying to define the sound effects.
Does anybody know
for
if they're
each
going to show
form
the
and
axes?
making sure that each kind of element of humanity was portrayed correctly. Tons of
Yeah,
awesome
emotions
stuff in the
are
tier
kind of a
fives.
difficult
I know.
thing.
No, they don't. Oh, this is bullshit. All right. All right, here we go. Ready? And we're closing it out in 3, 2, 3, 2. All right, YouTube, that's it for me. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Do you think this is the best tier 5 skin in the game? Because I absolutely do. Thanks again for watching. As a reminder, we are live every night over on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Wraithyn. Links are down in the description below. We'd love to see you. Come join our community Discord, and let's talk Smite. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.